And we're going to discuss what this case could mean for the kind of decency of our dialogue and this big breaking news about the Trump investigation right now with seasoned litigator Ken Turkel. Counselor, thank you for jumping on the breaking news quickly with me. I appreciate it. You asked me two questions when we were setting the table for this. Is there a grand jury impaneled? The answer is yes. And that raises the question of, well, where did they get this information? According to the reporting, somebody who was familiar with the witness's testimony gave it to CNN and I guess to the Washington Post. So let's start with the headline. What do you think this means that an employee says the former president told me to move boxes after the subpoena?
Where I'll always start when you get breaking news, and thanks for having me, Chris. Fascinating times in my profession, but where I'm always going to start is, where's the information coming from? What's the context of delivery? And you get your source's familiar delivery. That's always going to put a little bit of a cloud on information as it comes out. What was the context? Who leaked? Why? Etc. What it means legally could be a completely different thing, particularly as it relates to a grand jury obstruction, contempt of court. Subpoenas are essentially court orders. So, but again, it's breaking news, sources familiar. I don't necessarily default to that means nothing, but it certainly calls a threshold question in as to who the sources are, why, and go from there in the context.
Well, assuming it's a witness, okay, who actually did the moving of the boxes, when does it become wrong for the former president to have directed somebody to move boxes from one area to another? Would that be equivalent to hiding or obstruction after the fact of getting a subpoena?
He's under a subpoena, and the subpoena comes with the weight of the court to enforce it, as well as the fact that if you have a consequent grand jury, potential obstruction of a federal investigation. So, again, you're going to look at the language of the subpoena. I've looked through some of these things to date, but if these are documents that are covered by the scope and clearly covered by the scope, yes, I mean, that creates massive potential problems if you're directing people to move them.
What if he says, wait a minute, I wasn't hiding them. Right. I was saying move them so they're easier for us to deliver over. What if that is the argument?
That was the next point, was depending on where they're moving and why they're moving. And that's why context matters. Look, I live in a world of sources familiar, so you don't dismiss it. But there's so much more to a statement beyond just sources familiar said he told them to move boxes. And you've identified those. So potentially, is it a problem? Of course.
Also, it's a problem because you have to look at the credibility of the witness, because it's one thing if I say, hey, Counselor Turkel, I know you're doing this investigation. Here's what happened. And you come back to me and say, hey, remember that story you told me? I now have video of you moving boxes. You sure you didn't touch any? Now I say, yeah, but I was told to do it. That is going to be a credibility issue here as well, right? How can he prove he was told to do it?
There is no worse place to be than the inconsistent statement dance during a federal investigation.
Which is a crime. You can lie to the police. You cannot lie to a federal agent.
And, you know, again, eventually this stuff gets laid out. It gets dissected, you know, when they present evidence to the grand jury. But what I look at is, what are your sensitivities as a lawyer? And, of course, you're going to be sensitive about all that. And some of it, you never know what the explanations are. But, you know, sources familiar, Chris. I mean, we don't even know right now what that means. Could it be the very witness? Yes. Could it be an FBI personnel? Yes. So that, you know, it obviously raises some scary prospects.
And look, the key considerations are going to be, where's the proof that this witness has that he was directed, let alone by the former president, to do it, and then what the reckoning is of why it was done. Now, here's the good news. I can't advance the story anymore after that. And I'm not going to bring in a panel of 5 different people to give 5 different opinions. I'm going to move on to what we also know. And when I get more information, I'll call Turkel back and say, hey, let me owe you 2 dinners. Come back and let's discuss the new information. But that's all we know right now. And those are the relevant questions about what it will mean going forward. If this stands up, that a Trump employee says the former president told me to move these boxes after they got the subpoena, and there is proof that that was done to conceal or hide, and that there is proof that that direction was actually given, there are going to be legal implications.